Welcome to GC Cars. My name is Eric.
And I'm Jesse.
And this is the Ford F-250 Super Duty. All right, so today we're off-road testing this Super Duty, the new one. This has the 7.3 liter Godzilla gas V8.
It's a lot of liters.
And we've taken a lot off-road, from Broncos to Raptors to Silverado. We've taken a lot, but this is definitely the biggest thing we've ever taken. And you see it's quite the size difference.
Look how clean she is.
Yeah, starting off, quick look at the exterior, and then we're going to drive it out on the trails. Well, it's huge. This is the Tremor, obviously.
Yeah, I feel quite small.
Same color we had on the Raptor, azure gray metallic.
Love it.
I don't love the new front grille. I'll be honest, I don't love
It's very boxy, right?
Yeah, I don't know, and it doesn't really quite fit. However, Super Duty is like the coolest name you can give a truck.
I love the name. Firstly, for an off-road package, get rid of the chrome.
Oh, just make it, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, honestly, that'd be sick, like a dark color.
Black it out.
Our side steps, obviously already very dirty.
Yep, and you gotta literally jump in and out of this car. It's not a joke.
And you gotta. But yeah, overall, it looks like an upscaled F-150.
Very upscaled.
Yeah, I kind of dig it though, especially with I just love the Tremor. That's just, yeah, it's cool. It's way too big. So let's hit the trails.
Let's go.
All right, now out on the road in the Super Duty. We are off-road, in off-road mode, and for high, we're gonna brake torque and see if we can accelerate fast on this surface. Okay, woo! Okay, of course we can't go super fast because, well,
we're not in a Raptor.
We're not in a Raptor. We're only in a Tremor, but we can still have some fun. Woo! Oh, that looked sick.
That was cool.
So we're gonna start off. We're gonna kind of ramp it up. You know, we're gonna start off with a bit of this slower, well, not really slow, well, more the faster scale, I guess, and see what the suspension can take. You know, the agility of this vehicle, and then we're gonna bring it out onto the trail that is super washed out, super rocky right now. We're gonna see how well it fares over there. And what you just heard scream to life is Ford's new 7.3 liter gas pushrod V8 producing 430 horsepower and 475 pound-feet of torque, which you may think, that's kind of low, right? It's not really a lot of power, because this is built to be A, reliable, and B, fuel economy, good fuel economy.
Oh, yeah. For such good fuel economy.
Okay, honestly, on the highway, I'm getting like 14 to 15. Like, it's not, for what this is, it's not terrible. But yes, you can make a lot of power with these. I saw people, I just Googled it, with a throttle body only like 540 horsepower. And someone's building a twin turbo kit on a stock block with 1100 horsepower. Okay. Revving to like 7,600 RPM. So yeah, these can be built if you want to build it. I don't think you will, but you know, you can technically. More to the off-roading though. Oh boy. It is noticeably big. It is noticeably heavy. And it is
nimble.
Yeah, it's even on the trails, like it's a lot of maneuvering, and you'll probably see that later. But for all these puddles, it's pretty fun.
And the suspension's quite firm.
Yeah, the suspension definitely is, like, it takes the hits right now, but even out on the road, you feel it. This overall, honestly, I've been in the Silverado 2500, right? And now in the F250. The Silverado 2500, admittedly a high country, felt like a 1500 that was a little bigger. This does not feel like an F-150 much. No. This feels like a machine. You have your column shifter and you shift it into drive and it's like clunk. Like there's a jolt. Everything is very different. The steering is, you indicate where you want to go.
It's crazy.
Eventually the truck will kind of move in that direction. It's
generally like a crude feeling, right?
Yeah, no, 100%. And it's funny because sometimes, like, I was driving straight with my wheel like 180 degrees. And I was like, when will we turn? And eventually it started turning. And it's kind of funny as we go through a tighter section here. What is really nice though, because we have our drive modes and the gauge cluster and all that, we have our camera always fixed up here. And in the gauge cluster and in my head-up display, which the regular F-150 not has yet, but we'll get for 24. I can see all my off-road stuff. So I can see we're in 4-high, we don't have the diff locked. We do have all the angles and all that we can see. Really nice. Only criticism I have is if we get out just to check out like a little branch or something that's in the road and get back in, it'll show me the seat belts. Then I have to click OK, go back to menu, go back to the off-road page, just scroll down, it's a little cumbersome. There's no reason to show me the seatbelt check for that.
Nanny features, eh?
Exactly. I hate nanny features. Okay, let's just. You know what? I like the V8. Yes, you can get the diesels, but right now, as spec, you can still tow like 18,800 pounds. We can still. That's gonna be a big one.
Oh boy, here we go.
Woo! I can't see anything.
Hey, that's about how you clean the car on the trail.
I don't know about clean, but yes, that's how you get a lot of water on your car. And suspensions, honestly, it takes it. It's what I expect from the Tremors.
It's not comfortable, but it works. It's not comfortable at all.
But it works. And I like the engine, and yes, you can get the diesel. So actually, if you'd spec your Super Duty correctly, I think as a 350 or a 450 dually single cab, you can tow up to 40,000 pounds.
That's crazy.
That's the record. I think it's currently with the heavy duty trucks, which is, yeah.
I don't know what you're towing that's 40,000 pounds, but hey,
you can't.
All the power to you.
Hey, it's all about, bragging rights. As we splash through another puddle. Oh! I like this actually a lot. But do we want to talk a little about what the Tremor actually gives us? Ooh, guess I maneuver this. Do you want to take that over while I'm trying to not kill us?
Gives you your drive modes, it gives you your locking differential, gives you skid plates, gives you, I guess, an upgraded suspension. It would be a stiffer suspension.
Yeah, definitely a lot of revisions in that. Oof. And yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Of course, the badging and all the decals and stuff like that.
And a lift kit on top.
Yep.
So yeah, basically, it's you got to think of this as like it sits between like an FX4 and a Raptor, right? It's like in the middle. It's more trail oriented. Yeah. It's not the fast off-roading stuff, even though we do it just because we can right now. But we like the fast off-roading
I mean,
stuff.
well, the Raptor was a whole nother level.
Oh yeah, the Raptors are like Bronco Raptor review coming very soon, by the way. The Raptors does like quadruple the speeds of this.
Yeah.
So it's a completely different level. But for what it's worth, honestly, it's great. And where I can see this, it's like you don't buy this really as a recreational vehicle. I think there's two use cases for this as is right now. Oh my God, for like a Super Duty Tremor. I love how the little Super Duty gauge clusters also jump in for it. Is either if you're like a contractor or you work in like off-roady areas, you like work in the woods lumber industry or something, and you got to haul a lot, or you got to tow every now and then.
Yep.
And you don't know how the trails are, maybe snowy areas, right? This will actually be very nice for you because it gives you that extra capability. Or kind of like a dream of mine, actually, put a camper outfit on the back, and then use this like an overlanding.
To be fair though, you don't need an F-250 for that.
But I want an F-250 for that.
Wouldn't you prefer a Raptor?
I would prefer a Raptor.
Right? Like you get better gas mileage, still shitty gas mileage, better gas mileage, and you get
not in the Raptor R though.
Yeah, well, I don't care. In that car, I don't care about gas mileage. It's amazing. This definitely has limited use case. I think the contractor argument's a better argument. Like a contractor in like a more remote environment, you need that rear locking diff. You need the lift.
And also for all of our Super Duty, heavy duty truck fans, yes, you can extend your mirrors. Yes, you can, because apparently that's cool. Is that cool? That's. I see all the trucks with their tow mirrors out.
It's the truck erection.
It's like, oh, we're doing some cool off-roading. My tow mirrors are hard. So I'm gonna keep them in though, because that's sexual harassment actually.
Cancelled.
Right there. This trail has gotten significantly worse. So we've had about a week's worth of rain. So everything's a little rocky. Everything's a lot tighter. You can see there was a lot of wind, so you see all the fallen trees around. So we're gonna slow it down here, and probably actually also put in our mirrors.
Yeah, we don't need those.
And I think we're gonna open the windows, which are. I'm glad we had yours closed.
Yeah, mine. I would have got pelted in the face.
And now we just gotta maneuver a little bit and trying to avoid as many scratches as we can. Although we're not doing any of the negative, terrible trails today. It's just a little bigger than a Bronco after all.
No. It needs roller over.
And while we're a little slow here, let's briefly talk about the interior. So this is a mid-trim XLT with the XLT Premium Luxury Package, which is like $5.5K. What do you think, Jesse?
I mean, it looks decent.
Yes.
But again, like the quality, it's kind of a Ford thing, right? And my seat, you can't hear it now, but like my seat,
it's a very squeaky
seat. It creaks.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that you just kind of expect, right?
Yeah, and it's like not super nice. Like the leathers are there in some spots, but like it's still like, it's just like this road going F-150. It's definitely not as nice as like the Ram or the Silverado.
Or the
Sierra.
Yeah.
Even that one. But like it's functional. Like everything's a hard buttons. You got heated and ventilated seats, heated seats in the back. You got plenty of storage, wireless charger. And it's a well thought out cabin. That's usually the case. You know, the Super Duty, the F Series in general, has probably some of the smartest and the most like utilitarian. Oh, I love these.
I love those buttons so much.
Yeah, we never have anything hooked up to them.
I don't care.
But it's just like,
it doesn't get old.
We should, I think
ASMR.
Yeah, I think in the Bronco Raptor, I should just do it like preparing for launch. Just do it just because it looks cool and it makes me feel fun as we navigate this trail. But yeah, it's interior-wise, you know.
It's mid.
Yeah, it's mid. It's like we can't lie about it. And like you said, on a daily driving perspective, turning rate is actually really big in this. Like this is definitely the Silverado felt a little more nimble. This even on city roads in Toronto. Sometimes I'm like, oh, am I making this turn? Like you gotta swing it, you gotta drive it a little different than you drive your regular F-150 maybe. And like you said, it's harsh out on the road.
It's really harsh. Like if you're driving this in the city mainly, I just don't know. I don't know why you would live with this.
Yeah, honestly, like if you're in the city, I'm straight up gonna say don't buy this at all.
No, it's like, pretty bad.
You're not gonna have the benefits. Like once you're out on the highway, it's comfy and it's fairly quiet. And I've read that apparently these get better once you like load up with payload or once you tow a lot more, then the suspension does get more refined. But it's definitely it's noticeably a machine and not meant as a daily. It's not built to be a daily driver.
Like you drive this in the city drinking coffee, that coffee's gonna spill on you.
Yeah, we actually like, struggled. We had to time your coffee.
I had to plan out the pothole. Okay, no pothole, drink, put it down.
Yeah, and we had a lid. It's not like we have an open cup or anything. As the ominous looking
the fog
incline happens like that, comes up in front of us, and yes, of course, this is not the toughest trail. The Tremor can do more, but I
don't see who's buying this to do something more tough than this.
Exactly, like this is I think the limit of what somebody who's actually looking for a Tremor, F250 Tremor, would reasonably do. This is a lot.
What's our incline here?
Right now we're sitting at 11 degrees upwards, but
it's gonna get worse.
Still gonna get worse, and we have a lot of loose rocks.
12
in here, and it's very muddy. Even when we just walk the trail, it's like our shoe soles just get completely gunked up. So it's probably a spot where you don't want to stop. I'm still keeping the diff unlocked because we don't need it, but I've got to get some throttle in here. Still 14.
We hit 16 for a second. But
oh yeah?
Yeah.
Woo! And we're just want to, as you can see, and this is where the steering, like you see the steering, I'm just kind of getting...
It's mushy, man.
Like, I think what doesn't help is the trails just have kind of like it's like on rails a little bit right now. But yeah, the steering really is very numb. Fine, it's easy to go on the road, but you know, let's send it here, and I think then we can swap seats and see how it handles downhill.
I can slide down the hill.
Oh yeah.
We are good to go. We got our dangerous untamed roads, unmaintained roads.
Untamed? Well, untamed, not anymore. We're here.
Taming them.
And what I like, we have a handle up here and on both sides.
You need them.
Yes, first of all, when off-roading, and secondly, because this thing is so tall. Like it's literally, this thing's 7 feet tall.
I have to fall out of the car to get out of it.
Yeah, and it's like, one of my favorite kind of categories of photos that I take with my phone is unreasonably large vehicles next to normal vehicles. So I have about 20 photos of this truck next to other normal cars, and it's hilarious. I love it. It's stupid. I love it.
In the city, everyone was looking at us like, what the hell are these guys doing?
Yeah, and when I told my European relatives that it's a 7.3 liter gas V8, blows their mind a little bit. I love it. In the line of like 1 liter cars.
That's more liters than an entire dealership in Germany.
Yeah, right? Especially with all the Mercedes and Qs now coming out. All right, and down we go. We got to watch out here, you said, right?
We're basically just going to slide down here because this trail is so wet and muddy.
Yep.
Let's see. We're going a whole 6 kilometers per hour. Left here. Oh yeah, and we're sliding.
Looks good though. We're on track.
Woohoo!
Well,
there's a massive rock to the left, and we're gonna try and avoid that.
Yeah, I'd rather have us do that. That'd be nice.
Let's not puncture our tires today. We got stuck with the Raptor. We don't want to get stuck with this.
For everyone asking, we did not air down on our 35-inch tires because we didn't really need it in our trials here. We do have all the stuff we need for it, but
and we're not doing anything crazy today.
Yeah, and yeah. Okay. Woo.
I mean, it's capable, right? Like,
it's really like if I think you really got to look at it from a work-oriented vehicle. Like, aspect, this clocks in at just under $105,000 Canadian, which is a lot of money.
Which is, I mean, part of considering you can get less capable trucks for 100K.
True.
Right?
It's just like, I think for someone that is more, okay, you need towing and you need, but you want otherwise, basically you want a more capable half-ton truck. Like a truck that's more capable than your average half-ton truck.
Face.
Yeah, I'm trying. Then I think, honestly, Silverado or a non-Tremor Super D will make a lot more sense. The Silverado 2500 actually drives really nice. It's literally just like 1500, just bigger. It's comfortable, great interior, better interior than this, even than the top spec. But like I said, contractor-wise, ooh, you okay there?
Yep.
This is actually super duper capable. Like super duper. What year is it?
Super duty capable.
Super duty capable. Super duty capable.
Jesus.
So.
But if you live in the city, just know.
Yeah.
Just know.
Don't.
Do not.
No.
You will hate your life.
Yes. It is yeah.
I mean, if you got good benefits, you got free chiropractors and physiotherapists. Yeah, go for it.
But oh god, now I get tight again. Yeah, all the fallen trees, eh?
But it's like you have to turn so much to get any kind of like. I'm turning this wheel like 90 degrees.
I feel like in one of those old movies.
Yeah.
And on the highway, it wanders too. Like it drives like a Jeep essentially, where you have to like constantly adjust. You get used to it eventually, and the mirrors are great. But it's definitely, it does drive its size. Woo. Okay.
So what does that leave us with here?
A very specialized truck, I think, that has a somewhat narrow use case, but for that narrow use case,
It excels.
it excels at that, I would say. Any added points to that?
Not really. I mean,
Oh boy, except for more wiggling and giggling. Oh, I think we're gonna send it off with a mud. With mud? Oh,
yeah. Where's the mud?
Just
What's
up
going up? Where's my freaking?
What?
I mean, we should, for effect, we should leave our windows open.
I'm sure Ford will appreciate
All
that.
right, you ready? That kind of scared me for a second.
I love mudding. Anyhow, that is the Ford F-250 Tremor. Thank you for watching this video on JC Cars. Pure testosterone! Oh! What the is this piece of shit?
If you guys like the video, don't forget to hit the bell and subscribe. Should I just drive into a tree now, or?
And we'll see you next Friday at 8:15 a.m. Eastern for a whole lot more fun. Bye-bye.